Whey protein, right? It says 60 grams, 12 branched amino acids. So in theory, I don't really need to take this all the time because it has things in there, right? But I don't need 60 grams either. That's for 2 scoops. So I just been doing 1 scoop. Is there anything left in here? Yeah, a little bit. So this has super whey protein blend. So on Thursday, when the guy talks about supplements, and I think Adrian maybe talk about tomorrow, you can say things like proprietary blend and blend this. This is something that people are making up. They can write whatever they want there. But then they have to tell you what it's made of. Whey protein concentrate, whey protein isolate. Does anyone know the difference? Because we see it all the time when we buy it. It's pretty simple actually. The only difference is, what do you think?
Just mix better, right?
It's really the breakdown process of it.
You can heat it up.
Well, whey protein concentrate, it's basically like cheese. It's like protein extracted from cheese and milk.
Casein.
Right? So they take it and they process it, but it only goes through one process when it's concentrate. That's why it's cheaper and it's more milky and you get more gassy. It's more dairy. Whey protein isolate goes through a second process that takes out some of the dairy. So you're still getting the protein and all that, but it's less dairy. And then whey protein is another one. What's it called?
Hydrolyzed whey protein.
That's hydrolyzed. That's it. Hydrolyzed. That's even a third process, and they're more expensive. You know, so they do that. So concentrate, the cheaper ones, the GNC Gold one out there, like $50 for 70 servings. Like, cause it's just concentrate, but you're still gonna get the muscles from it. But I think you'll be fine if you have that. If you don't have lactose intolerant problems, I think you should just buy the cheaper one. I think you'll be fine. I don't think there's a need to pay for that. Now there's like grass-fed whey protein hydrolyzed and all that. It's like expensive. They have the Jonathan Club.
Yeah, $100.
Yeah, because the cows were grass-fed, and then so it's like a little bit less dairy. So that's how they pull that off, right? But then it also has more sugars like multidextrin, cacao, natural and artificial flavors. Anyone can just say that on these things. Doesn't mean anything. We don't know what that means. Because you can just write natural. The word natural is not a scientific term. So they say natural ingredients. I don't know what that means. Artificial flavors. Soy, but it's probably so low your body won't recognize that. It's probably for flavor. But they always tell you it contains milk and soy ingredients. So it has all these aminos in it, right? So the trick to reading a label, so they all have to say certain things on labels, right? Like by law. And they will put on there whatever they have to by law and nothing else. And it starts off with the total calories have to be there and the serving size. And then they have to put calories on fat. And then they have to put down the breakdown of the macronutrients. It's like the total fat, total carbs, total protein, and then fiber and sugars have to be on there, right? So carbohydrates they have there, then there's sugars, and then there's fiber. Fiber is a net carb because we can't process fiber. Our body doesn't even count it as a calorie. So if you have something that says 8 grams of fiber, or 8 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of fiber, it's 4 grams of net carbs. Yeah. So those other fiber, your body doesn't have the enzymes to digest, so it takes it out and you basically poop it out, right? And then it has like the vitamins and minerals in there. This is my milligrams. Then you'll see it says daily percentage. That's based upon a 2,000 calorie diet. It says it on the bottom with an asterisk. Percent daily dollars are based on 2,000 calorie diet. But what if people need more percentage of this or that because of certain health reasons or what you're going for? They're just very general. Those percentages are very general. That gives you an idea, you know? Because it has protein, 30 grams, 60% of daily value. That depends on the person, right? That's saying the person only needs 50 grams of protein a day. So you know this isn't 60%, you can't go by that. We have to have more than that for weight training. For health reasons, you'd probably be okay 50 to 60 grams of protein. Just stay healthy and alive the rest of your life. You're not going to bulk up, right? And then when it comes to the ingredients, how do you think by law they have to put that in there?
Whatever's most first?
Yeah, by gram of weight. May not be the most that you can see them put in, but something might weigh more than it, so it's weight of grams, how much they can put in it. And then if there's a percentage that isn't considered like the weight of the grams, like it's not enough for them to report it, then they don't have to put it in there. It could be very tiny little things of rat poison in there, but it's not enough, so they don't have to put it.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? But if you have amounts of it, you never know, happen over time. 10, 20 years of that in there, yeah, cancer or whatever, right? But they don't have to put it, right? That's why they find stuff over years.
Like plant-based.
Yeah, this is plant-based, you can tell just, isn't it crazy too, like the colors, you can tell, they know they're in, this looks like,
It's marketing.
it's like black and bright and like, and this is like,
Oh,
very
so
calming.
It's gonna produce the same effect on your body.
Yeah, it has pea protein. That's the first ingredient, just pea protein. So you know it's mostly made of that. Which you assumed because it has 20 grams of protein. Cacao powder is the same as that. So the flavoring is exactly the same. Except they put pea starch and spinach powder, brown rice protein is lower on the list. So I do like when they mix brown and pea. The study shows it's actually better when they're together than separate. But then it has also processed peanuts, dairy, soy, egg, and tree nuts. They have to say that stuff in case people are allergic, right? So you gotta be careful. Someone might be allergic and you tell them you should take this. You need to ask them that stuff. That's what the RDs do. They try to cover all that. And we don't think of those things. We're just like, how much calories and build muscle, lose weight. 1 scoop is 20 grams, so there's more. The scoop's probably smaller too, but that's good. You can, if someone can't have this because of dairy reasons, then this is probably a better choice, right?
Hemp's really good too.
What is it?
Protein.
Hemp?
Hemp protein has
Oh, hemp.
more. Yeah, hemp protein.
Hemp protein.
Like,
Yeah,
there's studies
I've
that
had-
share with
it
weight.
doesn't taste as well, but I mix it in. I can't really have it by itself, but I can mix it in other things. I think a small scoop, I put it in like with this and some fruit or something like that, that's okay. It's very green, like, it's like really greeny, tasty. But yeah, that's good for you too. I had some at home. So incomplete proteins are all plant-based except things like soy. And obviously when they take that, like brown, like rice by itself is not, rice and peas by themselves are not complete proteins. But they're turning into it by the way they extract it, right? That's how they can make it a complete protein. They also add like aminos in there too. But if you're a vegan, they call them complementary proteins. So if you need like more protein as a vegan, you have to get like rice and beans and mix it together, or peanut butter and bread, because all those by themselves are not complete. So there's a certain list. You would have to research that if you want to try vegan, like the complementary ones, so you have to have them at the same time. I mean, it's not like you can't just have rice by itself and then later on you have something else. But in theory, it's better if you have them together at the same time to make a complementary protein turn into a complete protein, right? So factors affecting, so increases oxidation of amino acids, increases rate of protein turnover and lean body mass during recovery.